who flocked here for stunning views and sea air. To set it apart from the competition, a resort needs something special. For Llandudno, that's an unlikely connection with one of the most famous children's stories ever, Alice in Wonderland.
As you wander around Llandudno, Alice and her little Wonderland friends keep popping up.
The town's supposed link to Alice in Wonderland author, Lewis Carroll, was carved out in stone in the 1930s.
To be honest, the Alice in Wonderland memorial has seen better days, but you can still read the words on the plaque. On this very shore, during happy rambles with little Alice Little, Lewis Carroll was inspired to write that literary treasure, Alice in Wonderland, which has charmed children for generations. Now that's lovely, but is it true?
Just a rabbit's hop away is the only piece of hard evidence. The derelict house that was once the holiday home of Alice Little, the inspiration for Carroll's fictional character, Alice. Local historian John Lawson-Reay is determined to show just how deep this rabbit hole goes.
It's a fairly sorry-looking building now.
Sadly neglected and altered, but not beyond repair.
And do we know, for example, what room would have been little Alice's?
Yes, we do actually, and it would be round the side at the back, away from the wind, you might say.
Now, what age is this house?
1862.
That's the date of Alice in Wonderland, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So how could Alice's holidays in that house have inspired that book?
Well, we believe it is the later story of Through the Looking Glass.
The next book, in effect.
Yes, the second book, which was just as significant as the first.
Armed with a copy of Alice Through the Looking Glass, I'm going to see how John's theory stacks up. The first clue is out in the bay, almost opposite the house. Two rocks known for generations as the Walrus and the Carpenter. Granted, it's a bit tenuous, but look behind Alice's house and it gets curiouser and curiouser. There's a path leading to the top of the Great Orme. Could this be the same zigzag path that Alice describes in the book?
If I could get to the top of that hill, and here's a path that leads straight to it, at least. No, it doesn't do that, but I suppose it will at last. But how curiously it twists. It's more like a corkscrew than a path.
We've climbed the zigzag path. Where are we?
We're on the top of the hill, as Alice describes, and she looks down and she sees a giant chessboard, and it's here in the book.
Now that is a chessboard, I'll grant you that, but I can see a cricket pitch, I can see a bowling green and a basketball court. I cannot see a chessboard.
In the time when she was here, all of this was undeveloped. The land was earmarked out with roads and streams laid out in a chessboard design. It was designed that way because they auctioned off plots of land.
Who'd have thought you'd come through the Looking Glass and end up in Llandudno?
Well, anything can happen in Wonderland.
Feeling generous, I might let you have that one.
We'll probably never know if Llandudno really was the inspiration for Alice Through the Looking Glass. But perhaps that's not important. What does matter is that it keeps the visitors coming. Llandudno is one of the most popular seaside resorts in Wales. But all along this coast, rivals eye its crown. Competition amongst